Hi YouTube, here is my 1998 Electrolux Widetrack 1400 model Z1485. Now I got this from an outdoor market locally for £10. I brought it back on the bus, so there was no postage or anything, obviously. But yeah, it's alright, it's in pretty good condition and there's nothing wrong with it, really. So, I picked this up. I wouldn't have normally bothered if it would have been a later model, but this is one of the very early models of this style that we got here in the UK. These machines were sold in America as the Eureka Worldvac and Eureka Victory, I believe. I think the Worldvac was the 15-inch model. I don't think they did a Victory in the 15-inch model, but I could be wrong, because I definitely know that the Victory was a 12-inch variant. But anyway, we got the Widetrack, which was obviously 15-inch, and then we got the Powerline, which was a 12-inch version. So same cleaners, but just different names, and branded differently, because obviously we got them as Electrolux and America got them as Eureka. However, they were American vacuums anyway, so here we are. Sorry. As I said, it's in pretty good condition. It's an early model. So my friend's mum, who lives next door to me, used to have one of these. I remember they used to clean the car with it. I remember it being loud. And, you know, it is. So, I mean, the only way I can describe the noise of these cleaners, I mean, my Powerline that I used to have was the same. It just sounded like, I don't know, it just sounds like a bag of nails, to put it bluntly. But anyway, I'll give you an overview of it. So, starting from the bottom up, as you've come to expect from my videos, here is the hood. As you can see, it says Widetrack Edge Cleaning 1400. Couldn't miss that, could you? So anyway, 1400 is to specify the motor wattage. Widetrack, obviously, because it's a wide path cleaning. The standard cleaners would have only been 12-inch in width. I mean, I don't think there was a vacuum cleaner on the market at the time other than a Kirby, which was 15 inches wide. But despite it being so wide, it seems to cling to the carpet quite well. The suction isn't that strong, really, but I'll get to that after. You have a height adjustment dial, and there's 7 different positions, so you've got short, and all these ones in between, up to long. I normally keep it on that second to lowest setting. You have a rubber bumper that runs round the front here. It doesn't go all the way around, but it goes to here. It's quite a hard rubber bumper, but there you go. 2 screws on the top here to remove the hood, and you can access the brush roll and belt. Exactly the same as a Hoover Pure Power, like where you take the top off to get access to the belt and brush roll rather than take off the sole plate. Here is a grill, where on some models, I'm not sure if the models we got in the UK had a headlight, but certainly on American models there would have been a headlight there on some of their models, but obviously this one doesn't have one, so it just puts a little aesthetic grill. To the side here we have a little door that you pull open, and in there is the post motor filter, which is very disgusting and stained. I mean, I have washed this, but as you can see, it's starting to come apart. but I really do need to get another one of those. So when I've shaken the money tree in my back garden, I will buy some new filters for this, but until then it won't be happening. So anyway, so yeah, there's your exhaust filter. On some of the later models there was, similar to a Hoover Pure Power, a HEPA filter on the back. What's next? Oh yes, on the back door here, Electrolux lettering written vertically. It even has the original sales sticker. It says cleans 25% faster, with a picture of a stopwatch. 1400 watts for a deeper clean. Back saver handle designed to reduce back stress. Lightweight 6.7 kilos. Bestseller as seen on TV. Now, I have seen one of these models advertised on TV years ago, but I'm not sure it was this exact model, but it must have been. Well, it says as seen on TV, so I'll probably try and see if I can find an advert on YouTube after, but I probably won't, but you never know. Anyway, there is a bag check indicator piston. It does actually work still. As you can see, some of the gold detailing has come off on that side, but never, sorry, not gold, silver has come off on that side there, but never mind. So there's some little indications there that say pull. So you obviously pull them at the same time, but I've only got one hand, so anyway, that just pops off. It's the back door, all lovely and clean. As you can see, there's the piston on the reverse side, which is just held on by a little metal plate and a screw. So these are the bags. So they're quite awkward to get in and out, really. You have to sort of push them down slightly and then pull them off. But this is a brand new bag, and they are genuine. Electrolux original. Hang on. Come here. Electrolux original dust bag filter. Now, they did make an Electrolux filter model, but I don't think these bags fit it. I think that's just the name of the bag filtration, if that makes sense. Filter. You can see they've got like little holes. It's hard to explain really, but it's quite a thick bag. I'm not sure, it might be, I think it's a 2-layer bag, but it's got quite a small opening there, but you know, it says maximum fill line there. HEPA Power 1400 series. For efficient operation, do not fill more than 2/3 full. So yeah, well, this is a 1400 series, but it's not HEPA Power. But anyway, that's that. They do fit, and it has got a picture of one of these Widetrack models on the packet. So there's the Premotor filter. That is actually off an Electrolux 500 series, but it seems to fit in because I didn't have a spare one. The old one was just filthy. But anyway, the bag just goes back in like so. It just sort of lines up on that little shelf there, and then you sort of have to press the bag down and push it in. It should make a clunk noise like that. They're not very secure, as you can see. You just have to kind of push them up. So you know, it's a good thing that they fill right to the top, because it comes in from here like it does on a SIBO upright. But I don't like how they're not secure, because dust can tend to leak out around the side. So that's one thing I don't like about these type of cleaners. So anyway, Further up here it says back saver handle because it has this sort of strange design, sort of leans forward and then goes out again, so it's supposed to reduce the stress on your back, but I don't know how well that works. Round to this side here, we have some very funky back wheels, foot operated handle release pedal, foot operated on off switch. I don't like a foot operated on off switch on an upright, but what can you do? Cord stores on the left hand side, similar to an old Hoover. Bottom cord hook is static. The top one does turn down to release the cord. The cord is about 6 or 7 meters. Now the cord does come up, exit from halfway up, which is okay. Now one thing I did notice was that the cord is carried on the outside of the cleaner, so it does actually come from the bottom, is where it actually exits, but it's just carried up the side through these clips here, whereas on a lot of UK cleaners the cord that's coming from the motor comes up inside the bag compartment and then it comes out of a hole at the top, so you don't really see the cord which is coming from the motor. You just see it come out of a hole near the top, which I thought was interesting. Sorry. So anyway, we have a little clear duct in here which goes to the nozzle, so if it gets blocked you should be able to see a clog. There's a little hole right there which goes right through to the bag housing, which is sort of like a suction relief valve. Well, it's not really a valve, it's just a hole. So when you cover the hose, this bag door doesn't snap because it does suck right in, and I will show you that when I show it you in action. God, I must have a frog in my throat today. Anyway, here are your onboard tools. You've got the hose, which fits on the side like that. So it is a stretch hose. Let me just see if I can show you how far it stretches. It's quite difficult, you see, because I've got my camera plugged in while I'm doing this. So, right, there we go. Right. So it stretches, that's about as far as it'll go. You probably wouldn't be able to go that far and cover the hose when it's on, because it'll just fly over. But you know, that's as far as it stretches. It won't reach right up the stairs, but you know, it was better than some of the models below this. They just had a static hose, which was just like a rigid non-stretch hose, so this was the more deluxe version. I did have a Electrolux Powerline which was green and was a 12-inch width version, and that stretched right up the stairs, but this model doesn't. So you have two extension ones, one fits inside the other, and they connect together like that. I do like to have two extension ones rather than just one, but sometimes they give you a long crevice tool and class that as an extension wand as well, but I do like two wands. There should be a crevice tool that sits here, but that's missing. Here is a infamous Electrolux 2-in-1 upholstery and dusting brush. So on this side is sort of your upholstery tool, and this is like your dusting brush. It's not a bad dusting brush actually, it's horsehair bristles, it's really soft. Later models would have had a nylon, scratchy type bristles on the brush there, but this has horsehair. Not a lot to see on the other side, again those funky back wheels, and just the hose that you see looped there. So I'll show you the underside. So as you can see, it has a massive wooden brush roll. As you can see, the paint's starting to come off a bit, but it's not bad. So the bristles are quite soft. It is missing some of the bristles. They seem to have come off, like on some of the tufts here. Let me see if I can focus in on that. There you go. You can see that some of them have come off. But when it's actually on, it's quite a good brush roll really. Seems to beat the carpet quite well. I mean, if you put your foot in front of it, you can feel it vibrating. The bristles, this one sort of flares outwards, but it still doesn't go right to the edge. It does have little suction channels. Again, that one flares out to the edge, but like I said, it doesn't go right to the edge. So they've added little suction channels to compensate for that. So it's that sort of chevron type design, so the suction channel's here, and it sort of all angles the dirt towards it. Height adjustment wheels there, for adjusting the height. So I'll show you the ratings sticker, which is put on this way. There we are. So it says model Z1485 type 1, whatever that means. Product number 900-082-003. Serial number 9832007765. I believe that 98 is the year it was made. Could be wrong, but I believe that's the way it is. 230 to 240 volts, 50 Hz, 1400 watts max, 1250 watts normal. Electrolux, made in USA. That's good to see. And Beeb approved and some other electrical markings. So there we have it. So I'll just unplug my camera here because it's getting on my nerves. So I'll get this plugged in here. Just plug it in round here, make it easier. Right. So I'm not sure if I said, but this machine does sound quite loud, a bit like a bag of nails. But anyway, off we go. Before I start, I'll just show you that handle design when you're holding it. As you can see, the machine sort of, the way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to hold it there, and the weight is supposed to be centered further down, so you don't feel it as much in your arm, so it doesn't pull on your back as much. That's the way it's supposed to be. Whether they did any tests on that, whether it actually worked, I don't know, but it's a nice funky design and nice handle grip. So I won't put any dirt down because I haven't got any sawdust or anything, so, and it's a new bag. But anyway, here goes.